Brooks Park. Now, also, while we're on this little outing in the sunshine, a week or so, last weekend, not the weekend just gone, the weekend before, we went to Canberra. And they had a flower festival on down there. Now, Canberra is Australia's capital. And it's a bit like Washington DC, where it's actually, Washington's a district of Columbia, so it's a district within a state. Canberra is a territory, which is the same sort of thing. Look at that, eh? Unbelievable. Canberra is in the ACT, which means Australian Capital Territory, and is unique because it's all federal, of course, and now it's under bloody guard because of all the ISIS paraphernalia and what have you. Threats, and we'll judge that particular discussion point later in another video, I think. But anyway, so Canberra is quite unique. It is completely man-made. The lake in the middle of Canberra is Lake Burley Griffith. That's completely man-made. Everything is fake, I guess you could say. But it's not a bad spot. It gets cold and it gets hot. It's freezing cold in the winter because it's in a bit of a bowl, and in the summertime it gets stinking hot because it becomes a cauldron. Let's see what's up here. So anyway, getting back to the trip to Canberra. Now, those of you who do know things about KTMs and what have you, they can be a little less frugal than other motorcycles on petrol. They've only got a 19 litre tank, and Canberra's 300 and something odd kilometres away, which normally I can do on a tank load, but I didn't start off with a full tank. And I ran out of petrol on the way. Now, I ran out of petrol less than 10 kilometres from a petrol station at my destination, so it wasn't a big deal. Now, it was a little bit uphill. It's not a huge issue, but it was a little bit up and down. Right, and just continuing on, I got interrupted in my little anecdote, so my wife rang. Anyway, that was one bridge, now there's another bridge, but I'll just continue telling about the story about going to Canberra. Now, as I said, we'd run out of petrol, and it was about 3 or 4 kilometres from the next petrol station, so it wasn't that far. And where I was a number of cyclists and what have you going past, looking at me sheepishly and grinning, offering their condolences and chuckling as they rode off. One particular couple were quite nice. They offered their condolences and told us we didn't have far. And off we went. Now, I got to the top of the next rise, threw my leg over the bike and coasted it down. Now, my wife realised what I was doing and knew that if I got it going and got some speed up, I'd just keep going and she'd follow along. Anyway, I got the thing started just with a cup full of fuel, what was left in the system. Got another 400 or 500 metres, and then it sort of conked out again, and this carried on for about another kilometre. So I was about a kilometre short of where I wanted to go. But by this stage, there was no more fuel left in the car, in the tank. And next thing you know, my wife rolls up next to me on the back of an old motor Guzzi. Motorcyclist had stopped and said, "Are you okay?" And she explained to him, and he said, "Jump on the back." So he got her up to me again, and that was great. And while I was thanking him, he asked if I was all right. I said, "Yeah, it's not far to go." So off he went. Next thing, there was a shadow behind us, and car pulled up. Now, the guy got out of the car. It was one of the cyclists, or the couple that were quite nice to us, armed with a tank of fuel, or can of fuel. Now, he'd gone back to his car on his push bike, taken the car to the petrol station, bought a tin, a fuel can to put the fuel in, asked about what sort of octane a bike of this size took, bought 5 litres of fuel at $1.60 a litre, whatever it was. The can was $14. So took it in the car and then drove back up the freeway. Obviously found a U-turn part on the freeway, turned around, came back to me, stopped, got out of the car, handed me this can of fuel. You know, I was gobsmacked. And I said, oh, you know, this is brilliant, thanks very much. How much do I owe you? And he said, nothing. Now, I said, well, what about the can? I said, well, hang on, I'll give you. And he says, no, take the can back to the petrol station. We've paid for it. Now, he's on strict instructions to, the next time somebody runs out of gas, this is a help tin. Now, whether or not this guy will actually do that or not, I don't know. But anyway, so, excuse me, this guy and his wife, and I didn't get their name, and I really pissed off about not getting their name on their details, went out of their way, paid $25 worth of fuel and tin, came back to me, gave me the fuel, got me going, asked nothing but just a simple thank you, shook my hand and left. Now, this doesn't happen often enough. Now, that is real pay it forward, isn't it? These people went out of their way and made life easy for somebody else. Now, there's a lesson to be learned there, and I think it's something we all need to do. So, on that note, I'm going to end this and just say thank you. If they ever see this video, they know who they are, and I thank them from the bottom of my heart, and their courtesy and forthrightness and whatever the word is I'm looking for. Their charity, I guess, in one aspect, was unbelievable. So from that note, thank you very much. Now, I'm just going across underneath Sydney in the tunnel. I'm going to go and take a 1190 Adventure for a test ride. Something I wanted to do for a while, and I've got some time off at the moment, and it's a warm day, so I'm going to do that. So I'll give you another video on that shortly. So from now, anyway, bye for now, and thanks for watching. Cheers. Take care. Not bad at all. Not bad at all.